Hello, everybody. Yes, we are all set and ready to go this time, all prepared. I'm sure that you are able, the screens are visible and I'm visible to you, and I'm sure that you're able to see me as well. So with that note, never stop learning because life never stops teaching. Wish you all a very, very good morning. And on behalf of the entire team of Emirates Chartered Accountants Group, I welcome you to yet another episode of ECA Live Talks. Today, the topic for discussion is recent UAE VAT updates and VAT clarification by the Federal Tax Authority. 5 things I would like to tell you what this ECA Live Talk is about. Number 1, we speak on various topics and on relevant hot topics that is in the market. Number 2, the speakers in ECA Live Talks are only subject experts who possesses practical experience, and they would like to enlighten our public with the knowledge that they have. Number 3, it is a platform for us to connect with our audience in a larger sphere and build a close relationship to our connections. Number 4, it's a two-way communication. This live talk is a two-way communication. So I request everyone to give your comments, or if you have any queries, you make comment and the experts will be answering it live. And lastly, this airs on Facebook and LinkedIn. So you can be in any of the social handles and we are right there. With that note, we have 2 speakers for today. The number one is C. Urgil Verghese, who is the member of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India and a VAT GCC diploma holder, who possesses around 12 years of extensive experience in the field of taxation, auditing, and accounting. He is the manager at Emirates Chartered Accountants, tax manager at Emirates Chartered Accountants Group, and is responsible for creating, implementing, and overseeing the tax plan of our clients meticulously. He has been a speaker in various platforms and is also a trainer for many businesses who has trained many companies in the UAE. The second speaker is CA Hari Krishnan, who is also a member of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, possesses around 9 years of extensive experience in the field of auditing and taxation. His main genre of work aims at tax audit, tax planning, and tax advisory, which aims at combating tax evasion. He is also a speaker in various platforms, and also to mention, he also trains the CA students. And with that, I would like to welcome both the speakers for today. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Survi. And a very good morning to all. And we believe every one of you are staying safe and staying happy. Today, as Survi had already mentioned about ECA Live, and this is our continuing sessions. Every month we have the session, and now I believe this is our second session on the recent cabinet decision, which was released 2 months before, and which is effective from 28th of June, which is the cabinet decision 49 of 2021, which is bringing amendments into the previous cabinet decision, giving amendments in some of the administrative penalties related to tax violations in the UAE. So previous session, when we took on the new cabinet decision, that was prior to the implementation, which was in the beginning of June. So we conducted the session in the first week of June. So at that time, it was not implemented because effective date of the cabinet decision was 28th of June. So now when we stand in July 10th, we are in a a position where we know how it is affected, how it is implemented, and how it appears in the Federal Tax Authority portal. And definitely in associated with this new law implementation, there are a lot of changes which you can notice in the portal, and definitely that brings a lot of questions. Of course, when you see changes in the FTA portal while you log in and while you see, definitely it brings a lot of questions to you. And we were trying to address our clients and other connections who were reaching to us regarding any queries. So now we thought to share those things to you, all of you, in the public platform, so that everyone can have an access to that. So as discussed, in this session, we will be covering some of the recent updates which is been populated or which has been visible in the FTA portal, mainly into the login of any VAT registrant. And also we will be discussing about the clarification, some of the few important points of the clarification. So these two things we will be addressing now. Yes, and so now let us move into the session. The first thing which we would like to discuss here is about I think the screen is not okay. Yeah, can you go to the next slide? Yeah, sorry. Yeah, the first thing which we were here to discuss is about the new sentence which you might be noticed. Many of you might have noticed in the dashboard while you go into the login into your respective registrant page. You might be seeing this sentence. Click here to view the amendment of administrative penalties imposed as per Cabinet Decision 49 of 2021. So first of all, when you see this, for those who are aware about the new Cabinet Decision, they would be expecting such a change. But for others, they would surprise why there is an penalty related clause visible in the portal. So to answer them, this is the change which we are talking about, because Cabinet Decision 49 of 2021 was redetermining and also amending many of the penalty provisions which was previously existing according to the Cabinet Decision 40 of 2017. So many penalties got revised, many got reduced. So there were a lot of changes, and even one important provision of redetermination of previous unsettled liabilities was there. So this sentence which is appeared in the FTA portal is related to the redetermination, how redetermination works. So prior to 28th June, we were not able to explain how this redetermination of penalty will appear and how it would work in the FTA portal, because there might be previous penalties for various reasoning, not just for late submission, etc., but maybe for late payment, voluntary disclosure. Various reason administrative penalties would have been there, which remains unsettled, is now redetermined according to the new provision. So we will now go into this. This is one very important change according to the new cabinet decision, which was redetermined. We will also, in this session, we will also see what are the major changes also, even how much penalties has been reduced. I would say in some session, some penalties has been reduced even less than 1/5 or something like that. So there is huge impact, huge changes happen. So this session, we will explain all these changes. And now let us see how this amendment of the penalties are shown in the Federal Tax Authority portal, and we will explain so that you understand what each of the sentence mean. And before beginning, if this, for example, if you have some penalties which was already paid, so then this new redetermination provision will not be applicable because you have already settled the penalty. So this applies only for unsettled liabilities. And so if even if in some of your cases you may click here, then you would be seeing a message that there is no penalties should be to show according to the new provision. So that means there is no redetermination of penalties applicable for you. So if there is some existing penalties which is already settled, that will not be eligible for the redetermination. We will go into the conditions also, so you will understand all those things in detail. So now let us discuss one by one. And as you know, Mr. Hari is also here to explain. So let us move forward.
Thank you, CA Ajil, for the nice and a brief introduction. Good morning, all. So, as rightly mentioned by CA Ajil, a lot of updations has been made by the Federal Tax Authority in the FTA portal by virtue of Cabinet Decision 49 of 2021. So, let us see each of the updations one by one first. The first thing is that the first updation is that when we log into the online portal of a taxpayer, on the dashboard itself, you can see a link it describes it give a breakup of the amendment to the administrative penalties imposed as per Cabinet Decision 49 of 2021. So let us see what all items are there in that window. Here, when you click that link, you can see a lot of items. So the first one is that the total unpaid administrative penalty imposed before 28th June 2021. That means if you have been levied or charged a penalty before 2021, June 28, it will be appearing there. So the second part is that if any of the administrative penalty which has been pending or which is under reconsideration, and later on the authority is coming up with a decision to waive off that penalty. That means you have been levied or charged a penalty before 28th of June 2021 and you applied for a reconsideration. That means you have submitted a request to the authority to reconsider that decision and to waive off the penalty. And that decision was still pending as on 20th of June 2021. And later on, before 31st of December 2021, the authority reviewed the decision and they have waived off the penalty, then that will be appearing here on the second part. So the net penalty that will be repopulated or that you have to pay will be the third one. Here in our practical example, in the present case, the total administrative penalty imposed before 20th of June was 295,680.76, and the taxpayer does not have any reconsideration request pending with the authority as on 20th of June. So the amount is showing as 0. So the net administrative penalty that is being imposed before 20th of June 2021 is same 295,680.76. So out of this 295,680, the registrant or the taxpayer has not paid any amount, has not settled any penalty. So the amount to be considered for redetermination will be 295,680.76. So now how much amount they have reconsidered, like redetermined. So the fourth line shows that out of this 295,680.76, the authority have waived off 70% and only 30% of the administrative penalty is payable as per the amended Cabinet Decision 49 of 2021. So that means by virtue of this Cabinet Decision, out of 295,680.76, you have to pay the amount of liability that you have to pay is 88,704.23. So that shows the fourth line. Then if you have made any payment of penalty, administrative penalty out of this 88,000, that will be showing in the fifth line. Then in the present case, the taxpayer has not paid any penalty, administrative penalty after 20th of June, so that it is showing as 0. Then the net penalty payable is 88,704.23. So here you have to note that Cabinet Decision 49 of 2021 only addresses administrative penalty. It does not it is not for waiving off of the tax payable. So if you have any tax payable before 28th of June, that amount is still payable. There is no redetermination of tax payable on account of Cabinet Decision 49. So in this portal, by virtue of this updation, you can see the breakup of penalties. How much was the penalty existing as on 20th June 2021, and how much of the penalty was under reconsideration, how much of the penalty belongs to the period before 20th of June and it is under reconsideration, and the net penalty, then how much amount you have to pay by virtue of the provisions of Cabinet Decision 49 of 2021, and the other details like the net tax payable and the total payment payable amount. So here you have to note that in order to avail, this is only a breakup. In order to avail this benefit, you have to satisfy or you have to meet 4 conditions. So what all are the conditions? The first condition is that there should be a penalty, administrative penalty imposed under Cabinet Decision 40 of 2017 before 20th of June. So any penalty imposed after 20th of June will not be considered for redetermination. Only those penalty that were imposed before 20th of June 2021 will be considered for redetermination. Also, if you have paid, suppose you have been charged a penalty of 100,000 on March 2021, and out of that 100,000 you have paid around 20,000, 20,000 before 20th of June. So the net penalty that will be considered for redetermination will be 80,000. So you cannot say that the authority shall reconsider or redetermine the total penalty of 100,000 that was initially charged. So they will only consider the net payable amount, net payable administrative penalty existing as on 20th of June 2021. So this is the second condition. And the third condition is that you have an administrative penalty outstanding as on 20th of June 2021. And in order to avail the benefit of this redetermination, you should ensure that you have paid all the tax liability before 31st December 2021. That means, suppose you have any outstanding VAT payable and you have not paid that VAT payment, which was due to be paid before 20th of June or after that. So that means you have filed certain returns before 20th of June and you have paid the VAT, and after June 20th also some VAT return you have paid, but that liability, VAT liability you have not been set off before 31st of December 2021. Then you will not be eligible to get this benefit. So you have to ensure that all the VAT payment that was due as on 31st December 2021 was paid by you for availing this benefit. And the fourth condition is that you should pay at least 30% of the administrative penalty existing on 20th of June. So if you satisfy these 4 conditions, then you will be able to, the authority will redetermine the administrative penalty imposed before 20th of June and that was not paid as on 20th of June. So these are the 4 conditions that have to understand. Just because of the fact that the updated window shows the amount 30% of the administrative penalty which is being redetermined and the net payable is get reduced by 70%. So you cannot say that you will be getting the benefit of this Cabinet Decision 49. You have to meet these 4 conditions as well.
Yes, as rightly mentioned by Hari. So the important condition is that we need to prove to the authority that we are complying with the provisions and settling liabilities in time. So one thing is from what happens from 28th June 2021, the penalties, if in case any penalties are being charged after 28th June, that will be in accordance with the new provisions. So it is not as per the Cabinet Decision 40 of 2071. 2017, it will be as per the cabinet decision 49 of 2021. So new percentage which is mentioned as per the cabinet decision will be applied. So no further redetermination. But at the same time, as Harry mentioned, the breakup which is now available in the portal is to show this is how your penalty will be redetermined, and this is the benefits you will be able to get. So in order to get this benefit, you have to meet the conditions and you have to settle all the administrative penalties and tax liabilities, which is prior to 28th and even after till 31st December 2021. So if you satisfy all the payments in time, then you will be getting this benefit. So that is very much important to ensure that you get this benefit, which is 70% discount basically, which you are availing, so that you meet. So please ensure you meet the conditions and you get this benefit, which is very important, and which is we can say which is a very good opportunity as per the new provision.
Yeah. Moving forward, so the next updation, the second updation that is being made by the Federal Tax Authority is relating to the VAT payment dash button. So previously we know that when you log into the FTA portal on the dashboard, we can see the VAT payment button. And when we click on that, you can see the net liability or net credit amount. So there was at that time, previously before this updation, there was no detailed breakup of the total penalty out of the total payable, how much belongs to the penalty and how much is the tax payable. And if there is any credit, that was only showing us net figure. So either as a negative figure or net figure reducing from the total liability. So now the authority has updated that part as well. So now when we go to the VAT payment part, you can see the total payable tax, and out of that total payable tax, the total penalty payable and total credit also. So if you have any refund position and if you some amount has to be refunded to you, then that will be showing in the total credit part. So 4 points are there: the total tax payable, the total penalty payable, and the net payable amount, and total credit as well. So this is the second updation that is being made in the FTA portal.
And in this portion, if you also compare, you will also understand that here you can see the tax payable is 78,976.83, which was same even in the breakup, which you could see from the dashboard. So if you go to that link also, you would have seen the same amount. And the total penalty amount, here you can see it is 295,680.76. But in the other link, it was redetermined that into up to 30% of the amount, which is 88,704.23. So that benefit you were able to see in the other link. But when you go into the My Payments, you will be seeing the full amount, which means even now your full liability is this. It is not redetermined and reduced, because you have to satisfy the conditions. You have to settle the liabilities. You have to settle the 30% amount. You have to settle the tax amount, and you should comply making payments or all the liabilities till 31st December 2021. Then only that effectively all conditions you will be satisfying and your penalties will be reduced. So even there are many questions from some of tax registrants. Why here the full amounts are being shown now? Why? Because we are not getting that benefit, etc. The reason is that the benefit you will be receiving only once you satisfy all these conditions. So here you will be, FTA shows the full tax liabilities, tax amount and administrative penalties. And even if you have some credits, that is shown separately as well.
Yeah, another point to add on, if you are paying more than 30% of the administrative penalty, that will be adjusted against your existing penalty. So that will not be considered as a separate amount. So if you are paying 30%, that 30% will be adjusted. If you are paying more than that, that will also be adjusted from the outstanding amount as on 31st, as on 20th of June 2021. So that doesn't mean that only they will take 30% of the administrative penalty. If you are paying more than that, that will also be taken from your account. So moving forward, the third updation that is being made in the FTA portal by virtue of this Cabinet Decision 41 is relating to the return filing part. So as you know that by virtue of this Article 49, so you can edit your already submitted return at multiple number of time before the due date. So previously the case was like even if you are submitting your VAT return before 20th of June, 20th of the next month of the subsequent tax period, or that means before the due date, and you will not be able to make amendment. In order to make any amendment, then you have to submit a voluntary disclosure. Then only you will be able to make the updations in the already submitted return. So now the authority has amended that provision, and by virtue of this new provision, so if you have submitted your VAT return, say for example 20th of a particular month, and you found that there was a mistake, you had not included any particular supply, or you had not claimed any input tax, then it's possible for you to make the amendment without going for any voluntary disclosure before the due date. That means 28th of that particular month. So now this FTA portal has also been updated accordingly. Previously, when you were submitting the VAT return, immediately on the right side, it was showing us on the action part, it is showing us voluntary disclosure. Then now, as per the updated version, that window or that button will be appearing only after the due date. So once you submit your VAT return, on the action part, it will be showing us edit. So you can edit the VAT return already submitted multiple number of times before the due date, if it is before the due date. Then after the due date only, you will be able to submit the, or you are required to submit the voluntary disclosure for making the corrections. So this is the third update that is being made by the authority in the FTA portal by virtue of this Cabinet Decision 49.
Actually, this is one good change which is introduced as per the Cabinet Decision, and because in some cases we have seen previously also that maybe by mistake, maybe there can be typing error while submitting a VAT return, and so maybe your payable amount or refund amount may vary. So previously, if you have any mistake, then option for you was to submit a voluntary disclosure and to rectify. But as per the new rule, till the due date, there is no requirement for submitting a separate voluntary disclosure, or you can revise your returns without additional penalty for revision till the due date. So this helps in such scenarios if there is any mistakes or if there is an error while submitting return, or maybe while consolidating that returns. Maybe you might have missed out some reports to include in your VAT calculation. So all those things you will be able to rectify if you are doing such changes before 28th of that month or the due date of that month. So but if it is after, definitely then you have to go for a voluntary disclosure. And again, with this, there were some confusions by the tax registrants, because once you submit your return and you come back and see this page, you will be seeing an edit option. So there could be a confusion. So whether my return is actually submitted, etc. So you may also notice that you are at the same time you are receiving email from the Federal Tax Authority, or the communication mode, which is determined, email or message. You will be receiving the confirmation on submission of VAT return. So that you will be receiving at the first time itself, even though you will be seeing edit option here. Previously, edit option was there only while drafting VAT return, not so saving as a draft return means you will be having that edit option but submitting you are not having that option of edit. It was submit voluntary disclosure. So now it is changed. Even though it is edit, your return can, if you had submitted, it will definitely been uploaded, and you will get the confirmation from the Federal Tax Authority. That is one thing regarding to this. And I just want to add one more thing related to the previous slide discussion, which was about the redetermination of penalty. I had received certain queries regarding penalty, because prior to 28 there was penalties appeared or charged as per the previous law, and at the same time there was some VAT refund, some returns with VAT refund. So this VAT refunds, automatically these amounts may get adjusted and net payable amount will come. So now since the new provision gives option for the redetermination, so there were certain queries whether you will be able to get benefit from the new provision now. Here one thing which we have to notice is the new provision clearly states about unsettled liabilities. So even if it is netted off with the VAT refund, that is also a settlement of liability. So previously we may have enjoyed that benefit without making additional cash flow to FTA. So now, since the provision is changed, we cannot look back and say, no, that was refund amount, that is not settlement like that. So if there is only unsettled amount, that will be eligible for the new redetermination provision. Yeah, so that's it. Let's continue.
Now, the 3 updates that is being made by the authority, we have already discussed. And now we are going to discuss in detail the penalties that is being revised or amended by the Federal Tax Authority by virtue of Cabinet Decision 49 of 2021. We have just summarized the penalties, what all are the violations and the penalties that is being charged by Cabinet Decision 40 of 2017, and what is the updated penalties, what are the updated penalties as per the latest amendment. So first one is that late registration. As we know that by virtue of Article 13 of the Federal Decree Law, a taxable person is required to apply for registration within 30 days from the date on which he made the threshold limit. That means if his past 12-month turnover exceed or expected to exceed 375 AD, then he should apply for a VAT registration within 30 days from the date of that triggering event. So if that taxable person does not do like that, then as per the previous provision or as per the previous cabinet decision, he should pay 20,000 AED as the late registration penalty. So upon getting the registration in the VAT portal, in the FTA VAT portal of that person, this 20,000 would be pre-populated. Now this penalty has been amended by the authority. It is being reduced, and now the late registration penalty is only 10,000. So it is a great relief to the small businesses and new companies that just started their business, and maybe because of some lack of awareness or knowledge, they forgot to go for registration, and at a later point when they get registered, they were willing to register, but because of this penalty amounts, sometimes they may be like scared to get the registration. So now it's a great relief to the new registrants. Now the penalty got reduced to 10,000 from 20,000. So now the second point is, the second changes in the penalty is regarding late deregistration. As we know that as per Article 22 of the Federal Decree Law, a tax registrant, if his turnover for the past 12 months falls below the minimum or voluntary threshold limit of 187,500, he should apply for a deregistration. Or in second case, if he stopped his business then from that triggering date, within 20 days, he should apply for a VAT registration. So that is the rule as per Article 22 of the Federal Decree Law. So if that VAT registered person is not going for or does not apply for deregistration to the authority, then previously, as per Cabinet Decision 40 of 2017, the penalty was late deregistration penalty was 10,000. So now it got reduced to another. So some other criteria is there. So now, if there is any delay in submitting the application for deregistration, the penalty amount will be 1,000 for the first month of delay. Then every month of delay, it will be increasing. That means if you are applying for deregistration after 2 months from the triggering event, then the penalty amount will be 2,000. So likewise, it will be increasing, and there will be a maximum cap for that, upper cap for that. The maximum penalty amount will be 10,000. So now, as per the new amendment, there is a great relief to the registrant, especially in most of the cases, small registrants, they may be unaware about this deregistration provision as per the law. They might be under the impression that even if they have turnover below the threshold of 1,500, they can continue the registration and they can file the VAT returns. But the case is not like that. So when they came to know about this provision, then it will be very difficult for them to avoid this deregistration penalty previously, this 10,000. So now that is being reduced by the authority, and that's a great relief to the taxpayers as well. Now the third amendment in the administrative penalty is regarding updation of records. As we know that while creating the online portal or while applying for the registration, we are providing some initial details like trade license copy or professional license copy, then address details, then bank account details, then some other details like authorized persons, Emirates ID, passport copy, turnover declaration, all these things. So these all are called tax related records. These all are included in the term tax related records. So the requirement as per the law is that if any of the records submitted to the authority is expired, then within 20 days, the registrant is required to update that record with the authority. That means if your trade license is being expired, the trade license that is being uploaded in the portal is expired, and you are required to submit. You are required to update your update your portal with the new trade license within 20 days. Likewise, if the Emirates ID of the authorized person is expired, or if the passport copy of the authorized person is expired, then within 20 days, you have to update the records. If you are not doing if you're not doing the updation, then as per the old provision, you should pay 5,000 as the penalty. And if you're repeating the mistake, you were to pay 15,000. But now, as per the new updation, the first failure penalty is still continuing as the same, that is 5,000. But the second penalty, like penalty for repetition of the mistake, it is being reduced to 10,000 from 15,000. So kindly make sure that all your tax related records, this is the mistake most of the registrants or most of the VAT tax registrants are committing. So once you get the registration, you like most of the taxpayers, they forget about updating the tax related records like trade license copy, then Emirates ID, passport copy of the authorized person. If you have changed your address, then address details, bank account details, all you should update in a time within the time frame as prescribed by the authority, that is 20 business days. So this is the third change or third amendment in the administrative penalty. Now, another important amendment is with respect to the late payment fee. So you know that once you submit your VAT return, before the due date itself, you have to settle the VAT payment as well. That means if you have any excess output liability after submitting your VAT return, you are required to make the remittance to the authority before the due date. That is normally 28th of the subsequent month after the tax period. So if you are not paying, if you were not paying that due amount within the due date, then immediately there was a penalty of 2% late payment penalty as per the old provision. If you are not paying that amount even after 7 days of the due date, then the authority were charging 4% as late payment penalty. Then after 40 days, after 30 days, if the amount was still outstanding, then the per day penalty was 1%. So there will be a maximum cap of 300%. But this penalty provision was too hard, and it was very difficult for the taxpayers, especially in those cases where they have big output liability. So now that penalty got changed, that late payment penalty provisions are amended. Now the immediate penalty is still existing as 2% for the first month. So if you're not making the payment of excess output liability within the 1 month after due date, then the penalty will be 2%. And after that, the per month penalty would be 4%. So there is no concept of per day penalty. So it will be, it is restructured as monthly basis. So every month, there will be a penalty of 4% on the outstanding unpaid amount. So the maximum cap is still existing as 300%. Now, the fourth amendment in the penalty. So we are discussing about the fourth amendment in the administrative penalty. As we know that when we are making any error, or when we are omitting any supply or input details in the VAT return, you have to submit a voluntary disclosure subject to certain conditions. So there was a penalty, or there will be a penalty associated with the submission of voluntary disclosure. That is fixed penalty and percentage-based penalty. Fixed administrative penalty is the penalty relating to submission of that corrective return, that is the voluntary return. And the percentage-based penalty is calculated on the net liability that is being added to the VAT return by virtue of submitting this voluntary disclosure. So previously, the fixed penalty was determined as 3,000 AED for the first time mistake and 5,000 for submitting voluntary disclosure after that. That means if you have submitted a voluntary disclosure, then the first penalty would be 3,000 AED. But later on, you discovered another mistake in another return that warrant you to submit another voluntary disclosure. Then you would have to pay 5,000 AED as the fixed penalty for submitting the voluntary disclosure. Now this penalty has been reduced. This fixed voluntary disclosure penalty has been reduced. Now it is reduced to 1,000 and 2,000 respectively. So if you are submitting the voluntary disclosure for the first time, then the voluntary disclosure penalty, fixed penalty will be 1,000. And for the submission of second VD, it will be 2,000. Now we are discussing the percentage-based penalty. As we discussed previously, two types of penalties are associated with the VD. One is this fixed penalty for submitting, for making that submission. The second is the percentage-based penalty, which is calculated on the net addition to the VAT payment by virtue of submitting this VD. So previously, it was 5%. So when you are submitting a voluntary disclosure, the percentage-based penalty is calculated at 5%. If you are not subject to any tax audit, or you have not received any notification relating to tax audit. So you just found a mistake, or you just noticed that the previous return submitted by you, there was a mistake, and you are submitting the voluntary disclosure from your part. You are initiating that, you are trying to make that correction. Then the percentage-based penalty was 5% only. Now that is changed. Instead of that fixed 5%, the percentage is changing based on some criteria. So if you are submitting voluntary disclosure within 1 year from the date of submitting the original return, from the due date of submitting the original return, then the penalty will be 5%. And if you have identified any mistake in your previously submitted VAT return, and you are going to submit a voluntary disclosure, but the period is after 1 year, but before during the second year from the due date of submitting your original return. Then the percentage-based penalty will be 10%. And if you're submitting the VD in the third year after the due date of submitting the original return, it would be 20%. Then if it is in the fourth year, it will be 30%. And if it is in the fifth year, it is 40%. So this is the percentage-based penalty that is being restructured. Previously, there was only a fixed penalty, but kindly note that this fixed 5% penalty is only if you are suo motu submitting your VD. If you have received any notification from the authority relating to your tax audit, or if the tax audit has already initiated, then the percentage-based penalty would be 30% and 50% respectively. So this is only for submitting the VD suo motu. So this is relating to the these are the changes or amendments made in the administrative penalty with respect to submission of voluntary disclosure. Now another updation made or another reduction made in the administrative penalty is with regard to the penalty for failure to display price inclusive of tax. As you know that there is a requirement in retail shops and some other registrants. There is a requirement to display the price of the commodity. So the requirement was like you should display the price inclusive of VAT. You are not supposed to display the price, and later on when the customer came for buying the item, you are not supposed to charge VAT in addition. So the price displayed in the shop should be inclusive of VAT, and that should be clearly mentioned. If any taxpayer or if any VAT registrant fail to display a price inclusive of VAT, previously the penalty amount was 15,000. Now it is reduced to 5,000. So this is the another amendment made by virtue of Article 49 of the Cabinet Decision 49 of 2021. So these are the summary of major changes in administrative penalties made by virtue of Cabinet Decision 49 of 2021.
Okay, so now we have discussed all the major changes. So there are definitely a few other amendments also in the Cabinet Decision 49, but we thought to share with you which is more relevant or more commonly seen changes. So this, as we discussed before, so from now onwards, from 28th of June onwards, these new penalties will be or the provisions of new penalties are applicable. So the previous penalties in some cases, like Harry was mentioning, 30%, 1% per day means 30% in a month, which is reduced to 4% per month. So such huge reduction in penalty percentage, etc. were there. So all these are effective now, and based on these cabinet decisions, there were a few changes which was visible in the FTA portal, which we had already discussed. So in line with this, now we have a new VAT guide, which is issued by the authority which is on automotive industry. Based on that, we are also planning a webinar in the coming days. Probably in the next Wednesday, we will have a webinar on that to explain detail about the new clarification, new guide issued by the Federal Tax Authority. And another change which now Federal Tax Authority, which is in the procedures which Federal Tax Authority asks, is regarding exports, where FTA is looking for exit documents, exit certificate, in order to see the proof of export, which was not a common practice prior. So now that change is also happening. So whenever you have exports, please look for to obtain the exit certificate in order to prove to the authority that the actual export is happening. So that is one another changes which is happening, which is normally through the assessment happening during the assessment or audit. So at that level, FTA is asking for these documents. Yes, with this, our discussions or the contents which we have prepared is completed, and we have few questions raised. Let us look for the questions in the chat. Hari, can you look?
The first question is from Mr. Paris. Now the payment page is not open and it shows error. Page not found. For some reason, the page you requested could not be found on our server. So that is only a technical mistake. So initially on 28th of June, the same problem was happened to some of our clients as well. But later on it got changed. Also, another problem arised was they have made the payment properly on 28th, but that has not been reflected in their FTA portal. And on, I think yesterday or day before yesterday only, on Thursday or Wednesday only, it has been updated. The payment has been updated. But they got a message, email from the authority that your payment has been properly processed on 28th of June itself. And this is not a problem. It will get updated very soon if you are still facing that issue. But otherwise, you can send a service request to the authority to rectify or make proper updation in the portal. So this is the only question we have received.
Okay, Survi, is there anything else? Questions are there?
Yeah, I'm checking it. Please give me a moment. Maybe that's it. Yeah.
Okay, thank you all for listening to us. And if there are further questions, please get back to us. We will be available.
Yes, thank you very much, Ajil and Hari, for that one insightful session. I'm sure a lot of our viewers had a lot to take on the amendment, and thank you very much to both of you and everybody who joined us. With that note, wish you all a very happy Saturday and see you next time. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you all.